Hola, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to The Poor Investor. So I'm going to be starting a new thing for myself where I say hello in every language in the beginning of my videos so I can learn to say hello in different languages and greet you guys every single time. If you were to learn anything from my videos, if you don't even get anything from the entire content, at least you can learn how to say hello in different languages. So hola. Today, I'm actually going to be talking about GPURisers. No, not the product, not the little GPU stuff. I'm actually still be talking about Chia, but the YouTube channel that I'm talking about is called GPURisers. He actually did a departure video of his Chia. So he does plot and he does farm. He's actually on Space Pool, and I'm going to go through a few of these things with you on his video to show you guys what he has done and why he's departing. So I'm going to explain all that in this video. This is his YouTube channel. I've checked out a few of it. Very informative, awesome stuff. I like his setup. He has a whole ton of things that he's been doing. I actually saw these two videos. You can see these I finished these two videos, and he went into crazy details on how to start an LLC for starting, mining with crypto, which I thought was pretty interesting. Now, of course, that, relates back to depending on what state you're in and where you're located. He does have a significant amount of GPUs. I found really interesting. And then I did not know until one of my subscribers told me that, he did a video on Chia. At first, I thought he meant GPU YouTuber in general was leaving or discussing Chia, and then I finally understood what he meant after he told me again that it was a specific person, which is right here, GPURisers. All right, so here we have his actual investment. So he bought a 5-bay hard drive enclosure. That's pretty expensive for $215 for a 5-bay hard drive enclosure. I'm not sure what type of enclosure this is, but $215 seems pretty pricey. His 8TB drives for $140. It's not horrible considering the fact that he purchased this 8 months ago when Chia was at its peak. So having 5 of those at $140 is not too bad. He also bought a 2TB SSD. That's slightly overkill, but unless he was kind of like doing it in parallels, then granted that would definitely be a little more beneficial. He can do that, but for $250 is a little steep in my opinion, because usually you could pick up like 1TB for like $100. Now I don't know which brand these are, but his total investment is $1,165, and his current return as of the day that he recorded this, which is on March 29th, which was just yesterday, his return is $94.32 based on the current price of XCHs. He did calculate that his return is 8.1%, which isn't too bad. What is his reason for wanting to leave XCH? So he has about 40 terabytes. He's currently on Space Pool. He's clocking in at 31.5 TIB. He earned 1.4188 XCHs, so 1.4 XCHs, and it is accumulating on the daily. So it was supposed to be people who had extra storage. Now, most people don't have that type of extra storage. So if you wanted to jump on this project, you would actually have to go out and buy these hard drives. Now, would it be worth it if you had, let's just say, 1TB of extra space and you had like around 10 plots or 9 plots on it? Probably wouldn't have gained much from that. So let's see what his reasoning on why he's leaving Chia.
Generating 65 cents a day. So, guys, my argument really in this, not my argument, but my viewpoint with Chia mining is that their whole basis on it was that it was supposed to be more sustainable, more, have more usability than Bitcoin. However, I think that it just generated a whole lot of e-waste. If you look into plotting and SSDs, that's a whole nother argument when it comes to Chia mining. Long story short, creating plots for Chia mining on SSDs really kind of degrades and ultimately destroys an SSD, which then attributes more to e-waste. So I do understand where they were going with this project. I understand their white paper. I understand really, the core concepts that the team has.
He's saying that he doesn't feel like the price is justifiable to keep on going, and he said that he would rather use the hard drives to do other things opposed to mining Chia.
But to make this feasible, they're really going to have to increase these block rewards for Chia mining. This is not sustainable for a lot of people. I think a lot of people like myself, are going to back out. About a year ago, prior to this in the chart, it's just dead. There was not a whole lot of talk on it. But there's this massive spike right here. It peaked out May 9th to May 15th.
So that's when he started. That was a time when a lot of people jumped on it, and there was a big hype with XCHs. And another thing that he mentioned was that he did not understand why the IPO for Chia sort of just puts it in a position of centralizing everything opposed to decentralized. Now, you can make the argument and say XCHs and farming and everyone is a different node around the world, all around the countries, but he does have a point. I'm not disagreeing with him. I'm not going to say that it's not, because ultimately that means Chia, the company itself, dictates what we use to farm. It's not like because it's open source, like someone's going to come and say, oh, I made a better interface for farming Chia and we're all going to go and use that. I don't think that would ever happen. The fact that Chia, the company, exists. I'm not disagreeing with him. I'm trying to understand that logic as well, as far as having an IPO and a central company. That puts everything, all your eggs into one basket. Isn't that what that means? I could be wrong. You guys can let me know in the comments below what you think of the IPO happening for Chia. How would that benefit XCH as far as the farmers? I mean, they could tell us a whole bunch of things to get us all hyped up about it, but how does that work hand in hand, especially if we have other, miners and crypto guys who are taking that information, whether it's right or wrong, they're making it on their own judgment to say, if you have a company that's pretty much centralized, right? Why he doesn't seem like he wants to continue on with Chia is because he thinks the correlation between how Chia justifies themselves or saying that they are close to Bitcoin or trying to improve on Bitcoin, I guess that doesn't resonate well with him. He actually said in the video that it's a red flag. So I'm not too sure what that actually means or how he came to that conclusion, saying that Chia, because it's trying to be like the next Bitcoin or better, that it's a red flag. I'm not too sure. I was trying to get a better understanding of that particular sentence when he said that. I'm going to take that back. He actually said it's a yellow flag, not a red flag, a yellow flag.
Chia is so closely related to Bitcoin and the core fundamentals come from Bitcoin. And for me, that's usually a little bit of a red flag, or I guess you could say a yellow flag. It's not a red flag. It's not, I don't think anything sketchy here is going on, but I just don't think that it's worth it, to mine. But again, guys, that is just all my opinion.
So GPURiser has concluded that it's not worth the 65 cents that he's farming each day and continuing on with the whole hard drive mining. He's actually going to be taking his hard drives offline or doing something else with it, getting rid of his plots, just stop Chia altogether. I know a lot of people like to kind of promote Chia in their own little ways. I'm not here to promote it or disapprove of it. I'm on the project because I already have spent the money on buying the hardware. Whether I like the project going forward or the direction that they're taking the company, that's all questionable coming in the future, right? I have no idea how that would play out. Just to see another crypto miner on YouTube, I'm not saying like everything is based on these guys. I'm not saying every project should be based off a YouTuber. Of course, definitely not. Don't take my advice for anything. I just do what I feel like I want to do because I just want to get in on it as a hobby, just trying to get into the project and just enjoying it. I did learn a lot from setting up the hardware and setting up the software and doing all these things, whether it's Chia, Raptorium, or Ethereum, playing around with like mining Dogecoin for a little bit off a old machine. Those are just things I'm trying to pick up and learn. But to have other people who are in this YouTube space, whether they're jumping off a project or jumping on a project, does have a significant influence to the viewers like yourself. So of course, if you get a whole bunch of people talking about a particular project, they'll jump on it. And then the same reason why everyone who is mining with GPUs is on Ethereum, because it's the most profitable and people want to get on that same boat, right? So obviously it's a mentality, herd mentality kind of a thing, which isn't too good all the time, because sometimes you may miss out on a smaller opportunity that is still prospering and we don't know where it's going to go. And this can be, I don't know, maybe it's Chia, maybe it's not, but it's all speculation. Of course, it's all speculation. Are we going to condemn people who say that, Chia is a bad project or is a scam or this and that? That's their entitled to their own opinion. They can see however they see, but I would never keep on saying, I'll shove the white paper in their face and say, well, read this, you're wrong. Read this, you're wrong. I would never do that, because honestly, if people don't want to read it, or if they read it and still made up their mind that they don't want to continue on with Chia, obviously they have made their decision on that. All right, guys, I want to thank you for being here and joining me. Of course, I'm going to tag GPURisers. I like his channel. I actually just found out about it. He's just another YouTuber just like myself that's going to be, well, no longer doing Chia. All right, guys, please remember to hit that like button. I'll see you guys again really soon. Bye.